So, today we are finally going to disassemble the JP heater combined diesel air the combined diesel and electric air and water heater. So, hopefully you've seen the other video, which is that running. Basically, this is a heater that has a 10-litre water tank that can either heat up using its diesel fired or electrical heating elements. You can give you hot air and hot water from both. We have seen it running. Now we should probably see it apart. Oh, I found out where the broken off bit goes that I found. So I found that bit. Where am I in shot? That bit was floating about in the box, and I see it goes on right there. There's like a bit of broken plastic, and that would go into a hole in there to stop this from flapping, because that's actually holding the board on as well. So that's supposed to be in there, stopping all of this moving about. But I don't think it'll affect us too much in what we're doing. That's the wrong kind of screwdriver. I am looking for a Phillips screwdriver. One for better size than that, but hey, I'll go what we got. Right, let's take off the electronic side first. There we go. Now we turn you around a little bit. There's a lot of electronics. Would you like to come out of your tripod assembly and come with me? Right, we have our main board. That is two, they appear to be thermal cutouts, fuses or relays or something, maybe even just thermostats for the heating elements. We've got temperature sensors that are attached to the outside of the water vessel. I'm still not sure if it's if it's a tank or a loop yet. And down here, this appears to be AC side, because we've got the big red cable here, which is the AC coming in, and then we've got more insulated wires coming out. There's 4 of them, which I presume go to the 2 heating elements. 2 big diodes, and then there's more they appear to be mains rated wires coming out. We've got a little interconnect between the 2 boards. That one says fan. That one says flame. I presume that's flame sensor. One says shell. There's one that's just LSLF. And that other one that I said is WSWF. There's another connection. That might be. I don't know, I'm just guessing connections. There, look. 1, 2, there's a fuel pump. We've done this, so this side, stay in focus. Fuel pump. That's the 12 volt fuse. That's your connector to the control panel, room temperature sensors, wire bridge. That's supposed to be used for a window switch. So when you open a window, I think it turns the heater off. It's obviously just wasting energy when it's not running. Fan motor there, and right, so let's just keep going and take more bits off. What's holding who what on where? On this end, I can see hex. I'm hoping they haven't hid any under, stickers like they like to do that for warranty things, because that just makes it more annoying for when someone has to fix it. Right, so there's 4 hex cap bolts in this end. Hopefully that lets us take this whole end off. That feels loose. It's just sitting on itself. I'm now looking for the hidden ones. No, don't appear to be any in there. No. Have I missed any? I don't think I have. Right, this bit, this end piece, not end piece. This end piece comes off, and there's another little motor and fan assembly in there, and I'll employ violence if I have to. I think this will stand up on its end. No. It's about to. It's just the rubber grommets for the water pipes that are quite tight round the outside. But it's coming. Just try not to drop it. It's a bit of... Oh, there's no flat edges on this. Oh, come on. Last little bit. You do. Come and play. I can hear things pinging off, but I think it's just the bolts that were holding it onto the bit of wood for transport. Right. Plastic end removed. What kind of plastic is it? GFGK30. Is that glass fibre reinforced something or other? I'm not entirely sure what the plastic code is. Most of the polycarbonate is the probably only one I know. Right. That brings us to this end of the heater. I say there's another little blower motor there. I'm presuming it attaches to something on the inside. That looks suspiciously like some sort of temperature sensor. Definitely elements. That's definitely 2 heating elements right there. There's a little blanked off bit there for something else. It would have been something. It might be something else. Like if this is, I presume they're going to have the same design, whether it's a diesel heater fired one or a propane. So that might be where the propane bit goes. Right. Let me set this down. Oh, it's heavy. Jeez. It is heavy, and one of the feet's off now, so it doesn't sit level at all. What's on this for connections? Right, so they are the little teeny tiny bolt type. Let's slide those bits down and out the way, because no doubt we'll have to undo them to get to the next bit. Right, so if we take off that, well, those wires are pretty tight. Or I wonder, do we take off the other end, and then hopefully that'll let us get this plastic shroud off, and we'll get to see more, and then we'll take off all the plastic for this end, and then we'll get to see it all the insides. Right, let's take all that plastic over there. We'll take off the other end. It should be easier, hopefully. Spin you around. Right, this end appears to be this like 8mm nuts. I need to get a little teeny tiny socket set. When is an 8 not an 8? Why doesn't this 8 fit? Right. That should allow us to get this end off. Yes. Right. I'm going to fish my... that's quite interesting. Right. Let me just unplug this. I know what those 2 wires are for. Fish that mains wire through the hole. So that 4-pin wire, the reds and greens, that connects through to 2 temperature sensors that are inside the hot air outlet, which has got a metal heat shield in it between it and the plastic. That's nice. Right, let me put that somewhere where I won't stand on it. Right, and that lets us see. That looks mostly like a tank. Now, right, if I had to get all of the ECU and boards and whatnot off it, we'd have to undo all the electrical connections, all the bolts there, and that would let you take the board off, but we don't really want to take the board off. We just want to have a look inside the said heater. This end, so this is where it makes either hot air or hot water, depending on what configuration you've got it burning in. Or either blow air through, and that gets you hot air and a little bit of heat transfer in the water, or it doesn't blow the air and then it transfers the heat into the water instead. We want to take the other end off. We want to look inside. So let us spin it all the way. Let's take off. Let's open up the exciting end. Where will we start? Start on the outside. Right, I'm going to need, there's like a 6. Have I got a 6? They're not a 6, maybe a 7. We'll find out they're an 8, isn't it? No, they look too. They are. Well, I'm gonna have to use a spanner for this. Have I got a small enough? I've got a 7 spanner. Only if I don't drop it. Are you 7? You are indeed 7. Okay. Right, let's start by removing all connections for the maintenance electrical side. Oh, these really are just going to be a spanner job. I feel sorry for whoever had to assemble this. Right, that lets us get in there. Now, is this just tucked in somewhere? This plastic? Or did I? Because I want to find the end of this one, because I'd like to unscrew it but not have it all twisted up. I guarantee it goes all the way around to there. This also feels like a steel outer shell type thing. Go on. Go on. Go on. Here we go. Ta-da! So we've got an insulated inside piece. Trying not to rip it. Like that. Around our water tank. Shame there's no way of seeing if that's a coil. I hope it's a coil. I haven't got a good way of seeing inside that, unfortunately. But perhaps we'll get in there. Right, are you too low now? Yes, that's better. Right, what I want now is, I still want to undo this. That's taped in there. It's taped round there. Move you over there just now. Which one of these am I going to have to undo? Flame sensor. Guessing you're the flame sensor. How much is holding this? Is it just you? It's just this one bolt holding the... what appears to be a size 7 again. Are you 7? Yes. Okay. So that holds the boards in place. Goodbye. Right, I just need to move it enough that I can unplug the flame sensor and then poke it through somewhere else. Yes. Good, good, good. Right, it's taped in place in several places. I think that would just unplug. I just undid them. Maybe I'd have to unbolt sensors. No, I could just unplug the sensors as well. Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's just take all that off. That comes off there. That is... Wait, can you unplug? I'll poke through that hole. That. Right. That lets us remove. Come on. The entire board assembly. I can go and sit over there now as well. Hopefully somebody's paying attention so they can put this back together. And then that should let me just... Shh! So loud! I'll bring this forwards a bit. I can drop it off the table. Go. Outer protective shell, which I'm not sure if that's steel or aluminium. It sounds... I know it sounds daft, it sounds steel. But I don't have a magnet to check. And then the insulative part. Same thing. Bring it around. Drop it down. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Stay. Right, and that means now we've just got these two taped bits. Is it a 12? It is a 12 for the flame sensor. So, here is the flame sensor. There we are. Flame sensor. Looks kind of like a... It looks like a glow plug. You know, like an automotive glow plug. It's got that kind of same shape about it. It might even be a repurposed automotive glow plug. Certainly looks glow pluggy. Not like our normal teaser heater size, like I don't have one lying about on my desk now, but it looks like an automotive glow plug. Alright, it's definitely easier working this way down, so let's work this way down. Let's take out this little thing here. Do I need to undo that? No, because its wires are separate now. Should unfangle it. Right. Well, let's just go exploring. This will be exciting. Right. What's in here? Oh, it's a little teeny tiny fan. So you've got an outside fan, which I presume is just for our air circulation around everything. And we've got another cage fan on the inside. What's attached to who here? Why? Why for art thou? Oh, because it's a joint to one circuit. That's fine. Right. Let's go this plastic doodad. There appears to be like half a circuit board poking in there, and it's got a seal on it to prevent the air escaping. So far I've noticed that all of these black hex head bolts are all the exact same size, which is nice. Thank you for using the same size fasteners for all the things. And this plastic is PPA GF30. Right, this will be where I find out that all these lock washers are going to come with the... Oh no, they're not. Okay, well, that's... Oh, right, there's more. More fasteners. Okay, some of these are different lengths. Right, who thought that was a good idea? Where did those two come from? Who knows? Oh, okay, that one's entirely separate. Right, so that's a separate entity over here. Another blower fan, double stacked for even better coverage. And then this cover, come off there. Nothing exciting, just insulated terminals for the heating element. Oh, they're really long. Huge. I'll hold on. Why don't I bring you in and increase your height? And then at least you can look down and see what I'm doing. There, is that better? That feels better. Right, let's get inside the burny bits. Hopefully. Or at least we're getting near inside. I didn't have to lose it. As I say, it's just a little teeny tiny E clip or C clip and a little teeny tiny O-ring. Dunk. Okay. So there's a gasket that's coming with us. You just go back down there. Oh. Oh, come on now. You stay. You. Oh, you're supposed to be on there. Ah, okay. Right, hold on. Let me spin this around. Oh, I know you're excited to see inside. As am I. Right. So that is the burn chamber. It's quite a big burn chamber. You see in the... Oh, I am in shot. That is the burn chamber, what I've removed. Right. Just going to take this whole wire out of that gasket. We have burn chamber. There is the glow plug for the burn chamber and the fuel inlet pipe. It must just be a press fit into the... Yes, it press fits. There's a metalized gasket in there. Oh, it's quite an odd. Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm saying is odd, but right, that must have been on the outside because my hand is in the way. That must have been for the blower fan. So there's a giant O-ring for the blower fan. That was there. And the other gasket goes along. There's a ridge here. It goes all the way around that ridge. And this sits down on top of it. It's quite a big burn chamber. Obviously, those two we'll take out. How are you supposed to get in? How? Right, okay. That's how to explain. Like, if there was a cutout there, you could get your... That means I'm going to have to use a ball-headed hex socket to get into that. I also don't remember unbolting that at any stage. That just kind of fell out when I was unscrewing it. Right, we'll come back to looking inside the burn chamber. There's also this little circuit board here with this, which has got a little temperature sensor on it. Perhaps that is an overheat sensor, but it was just tucked in the hole here where the... Oh, it's in line with the blown air into the burn chamber, so I wonder if it takes into account the air temperature coming into the burn chamber. Right, and this is our gasket. Not broken. It is that shape for a purpose. And as I say, you just draw it around the whole... Yeah, the whole perimeter, outside perimeter of that area. Obviously, there's a gap there. It would be a gap. Smashing. Right. Do you want to peek in just now? And then we'll take the rest of the doings off. Right, shouldn't have to unscrew that because that's just the end of heater elements. And then there's a few nuts there, and that should lift this whole metal bit off the top of the tank. Right, come and have a peek inside. Go on. Right, so this hole here is where your air comes into your blower fan, and then it's blown into the burn chamber. Wait, is that right? Would that be blown in the burn chamber there? Or is that the through air? No, that must go in the burn chamber, yes. So it swirls round and goes in the side. We're used to it going in the back, but we're coming from in the side of the burn chamber. So air intake, which is, this is the outside air in here, into this, swirls round, blown through the burn chamber, down, out, and if you peer down the bottom, you see all the way down the bottom, so we're smooth sides all the way at the bottom, and then there's an opening down the bottom, and that's where your now hot gas will go, and presumably there's a channel, probably about that width, all the way back up, that will get hot with hot gas, and then be transferred by the fins into being hot air. As for the hot water, we will have to look further. And then it comes back out the exhaust in the middle, and out this way. So let's take out all of these bolts and see how it heats the water up. I understand how it heats the air up. It's just heating those fins up when you just blow your air from this fan. Blow that over all your heating. Now your hot air elements. Oh, well, I mean, they are hot air elements. And that blows your hot air out the outside. Now, do you just not blow air and that heats your water up slowly? Maybe. Shall we place a guess that these are 8s again? Ah, the eternal swap between 7 and 8. Yes. I've just dropped my socket down inside the heater. Well, that was pretty stupid. That was pretty stupid. Let me see if I can get my hand in. Oh, it comes out. We've made a discovery. I've just broken the gasket. Right. Although, to be fair, I've just noticed this gasket's squashed. Look, that wasn't me. This gasket that should be flat has got a squashed edge. It should just be a nice flat gasket all the way around. Yeah, well, I'll be going straight back in. I'm not. Alright, so there's the fins inside that. Get my socket back. Right, socket back, bring you in. Right, now we've taken that bit out of the inside. You can now see the fins that transfer the hot exhaust gas to the outside fins. Ta-da! Excellent. Right, and there's another gasket in there, which isn't crushed this time. That gasket's okay. Now what have I done with the end of the... Wait, is it bonded on? Ah, it's bonded on as well as bolted. Ah, we cannot go any further. Can you see in the... See there? All around this bit's bonded onto the tank inside. Ah, that is a shame. I would have liked to have gone further and seen deeper inside. Because I've got no way of telling what shape this tank is. Because none of that comes off. That one's split as well. It's fine. Stay. Stay there. Is there a way to see? I can try to see if there's like... Can I see coils? Can I see coils? It would have been nice to take the whole burner out from inside the tank, but that doesn't appear to be possible. All we can do is gaze at it. And gaze down inside where your heating area. Hot gas transfers onto those fins, which transfers onto those fins. And then your exhaust gas comes back up and back out through there. It's not got a lot of... I would have expected... I was hoping for a bigger burn chamber. I mean, it's pretty long. But I can't tell if this tank is just a tank. I mean, surely not. Surely it must be a coil of... Well, we can test if it's a coil next time, once I've reassembled it. And then we can put cold water in one side and see what temperature it remains as it comes back out the other side. But that is its most disassembledness. 10-litre tank. Burner up the middle of it. Right to the other end. Oh, I bet that's the lock washer's falling off. Yeah, it sure is. And at this end, at the bottom end, is just where the hot air comes out. Let's see, what are the... What's this? What is this bit? Is the water tank? Is that how it heats the water up? Is there just two coils of the coil through there? Like, obviously, the coil of heating and then two elements of... Oh, no, I know what that is, David, you idiot. That's the ends of the heating elements. One heating element, two heating elements. So it can either heat up the hot air or the hot water. Yeah, so that's exactly it. It's just the tank running outside. When it's not blowing air, heat radiates into the tank. When it is blowing hot air, heat radiates or is blown out through there and doesn't heat the tank up. That's the two heating elements. Idiot. Right, before I lose any more of these locking washers, stand it back up. Where did it go? Oh, I bet it's inside. Right, so what I'm going to do now is reassemble it when you're not here. Okay? I'll bring you back once it's reassembled. Well, it is all back together. I don't know if it works at all yet, but we'll plug it back in. Well, I'll plug it back in later on and see if it lights up and tries to fire at least. And I'll see if it's working properly. So, hands down, the most annoying and most difficult part of putting this back together is this outer folded metal shroud. Let me just show you the... That does have a handle there. Maybe I should use that to help. It's... I think it's on the bottom. Wait, it's on the other bottom. Go this way. this mangled abortion of bits that I've had to use a screwdriver, and that one just folded when I was trying to adjust it. That's me, where I've been using a screwdriver to stab it to try and get the bits to move about. Same with this. It's also going to dent really easily. I don't know if there's a better or any sort of other way they could have done it, or MD could do it, but that's the most annoying part. I mean, I had like everything else back together, whatnot, ready to go, and then fighting with this outer cover for a good half an hour trying to... It's really tight trying to get the bits to go together. Anyway, it's back together. I'm going to go and test it, see if it all works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's still going, and then if need be, we can run any more tests. If anybody thinks of any. I don't know why this cover is there. I mean, it seems an unnecessary step, and I've pulled it off several times now. And it kind of fits together. There, right, it's back in business. Right. Any comments, questions, anything like that, please leave them down below. I will try my best to answer them. And as always, thanks for watching.